Building rapport. Building rapport is going to be one of the most important parts of this video, of this course. Actually, another video. But yes, building rapport is. Welcome, welcome everyone to part 3. Building rapport is going to be the most important part of this course. So make sure you have your notebooks ready. Make sure you are taking notes. Make sure you're writing this shit down. Make sure you have it, and make sure you convert it into action, because learning is learning, but if you don't do it, it's useless, right? So first of all, we're gonna talk about what is building rapport and what is rapport. Rapport is basically having a relationship with the guy where you guys talk back and forth, where he thinks you're a real person, where he thinks that he's talking to you and not one of your chatters or one of your team members, etc. If you're an OnlyFans agency, same thing goes for you, that the goal is for the person to be thinking that he's talking to your creator, your model, and not one of your chatters. And that is rapport. When he trusts you, when he thinks you're a real person, when he likes you, and he basically trusts you and likes you as a friend as well. He likes talking to you. You know, there's a good flow in the conversation. It looks real. It's not like a flea market, like I'm saying again. It's not like a free market. You go in and there's like, hey, buy this discount, buy one get one free. Hey, $9.99 pussy videos and whatnot. It's not that. Excuse me. A good rapport is when the person thinks that he's talking to the creator in itself, and he treats her like a real person, and he treats her or your chatters or whoever he's talking to, he treats you respectfully, like a real person, like a real girl he would talk to, and he's kind of wondering about what you're doing. He doesn't want to mess it up. He wants you to like him back, etc. and etc. It's not very transactional when you build a good rapport. It's more about the relationship you guys have, and for that you make jokes sometimes, you tease, you get teased and whatnot. So let's get into it. The goal here with building rapport is for him to trust you as a real person at the end. And why is it important? The better rapport you have, the more he thinks that he knows you, the more he's going to like you, and the more he's going to get horny for you, because it's a real girl. And most of these guys, they don't have a real female relationship. They haven't experienced this female attention in a long while. It is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But that is who they are. They don't really have a good sexual relationship or a romantic relationship. That is why they need someone to talk to. That is why they're OnlyFans. They're not here for porn. And once you provide that kind of relationship to them, they get addicted to the attention. They get addicted to talking to you. And you always want to make sure that you're the prize, you're the girl. So you are above the fan. They have subscribed to talk to you, not the other way around. I know one mistake a lot of creators on OnlyFans management companies, what they do is they start chasing the money instead of flipping the script where the fan chases the attention and the content. And once this is the case that the fan is chasing, his wallet is open. And you have to remember this. The fan only pays when either he's in love or he's horny. If he's both in love and horny, his wallet is wide open for you to take all his money. And the way you do it is by building a good rapport. This is the very important first step. If you don't do it, then it's going to be very hard for you to take all his money, basically. So yes. Starting with, where should I start? Okay, so basically how it works is, if you watched the previous video, you know that you send a welcome message and whatnot, and what goes after. Let's say after welcome message, the conversation starts. What you do is you try and get to know him. And now once you try to get to know him, you don't be like, hey, what's your name? Hey, where are you from? No, not this. You have to ask good questions, and you have to make sure that there's a conversation flow after each question. It cannot be like, hey, where are you from? California. Hey, hey, what's your name? Johnny. Oh, how old are you? This is bullshit. This is very boring. There's no natural flow, and it looks very robotic. It looks like an interview. So this is how I approach the situation. Once you start talking, what you do is you start asking for their name, and then be like, make some bullshit story about their name, that maybe you know some person, or maybe some random stranger with this name approached you, and he was kind of hot. Some bullshit like that. Same with the age, same with the place. Especially one thing I like to do with the places. Let's say the person says he's from Italy. I'll be like, oh, I fucking love pizzas. I've never had a real authentic Italian pizza. And some other things you can do is if he says he's a security guard, you can be like, oh my god, I fucking love men in uniform. You know, you cannot be rude, first of all. You cannot be rude, angry, and you cannot be basically, you cannot be anything negative. You have to show that you're nice, bubbly, friendly, and kind of extroverted and happy. You know, positive emotions only. Because you're representing a creator, first of all, and second, these are the emotions that people like. If they wanted an angry bitch, if they wanted a stuck-up girl, they would have went to their wife or their girlfriend. But the reason they're on OnlyFans is because they're fed up of that and they do not need that in their life anymore, or they want something different. So basically, you make good conversation, be bubbly, and make sure you take notes. Ask them. These are some things that you can ask them about. Ask them about their relationship. Ask them about their pets. Pets work very, very good. Ask them about their previous relationships and whatnot. Ask them about their life in general and make conversation about that. And when you do this, you will get two things, okay? One, you will get to know the fan. You will build rapport. And second, you will get trigger points. And what you do with those trigger points is you hit them when needed. Okay, let's say you don't know what to talk about, but this guy has dogs. Be like, oh, can you send me the pictures of the dogs? I love them. I love these furry pets. Whatever. And if he knows, if you know about his previous relationship trauma, you can bring them up, or you can play her down. You have to kind of decide that according to the situation, but it's very psychological. But you can use, the more notes you have on a person, the more things you can use to achieve your goal, basically, because he knows more, you know more about him than he knows about you, and the only things he know about you is the one you want him to know. And yes, be weird and entertaining. You can be very, very random while chatting, because you're an entertainer, so you have to be entertaining. And most chatters and most people, what they do wrong is they're very robotic, they're very calculative, and they basically don't know how to branch different conversations, mix things up, be bubbly, be funny, be weird. This is very important, because if you're talking to a real girl, she's going to be weird, or at least she's going to be funny. Not in a weird sense of it, but funny, weird sense of it. You're trying to make jokes, you're trying to make inside jokes, you're trying to nickname each other. If you can set up that vibe, that is amazing. Okay? Next thing I would say is, take control, but let them guide the conversation. What does that mean? That means you need to make sure that the conversation slowly goes towards sexual stuff, so he gets horny and he wants to buy stuff. He wants to buy some, content, pictures, videos, video calls, customs, whatever your offer is here. Never sell bundles, to be honest, but yes. And the way you do this by taking control but letting them guide the conversation is when you're asking questions, when you're being weird and entertaining, that's doing something to his brain. One thing you can add is push and pull. Let's say he talks about his job, or he talks about his living situation, his school, anything he talks about. In the middle, you can add like a sexual tease with text, of course. So add a sexual tease with text, and then come back to normal conversation and do it a couple times, and he'll start getting horny and it's gonna start fucking with his brain, and he won't be able to control himself. You just keep doing it. Usually it works 2 to 3 times, and they're very, very, job done. But if he doesn't catch it, you just keep doing it maybe 4 or 5 times, and then he's going to steer the conversation towards sex and sexual stuff himself. And that is how you get them. That is how you start taking their money. And once he is getting sexual, you try and avoid it. Blah, 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 blah. Once he's getting sexual, this is your cue to start selling. You don't sell right away. You first send a lot of freebies. Not a lot. I don't mean 5 or 10 freebies. Usually 1 video, 2 or 3 photos is good for a teasing video, or tease, or freebies, whatever you want to call it. And in that, there's usually like selfie, a little seductive, a video of her blowing a kiss or saying hi, or just a video for it's a selfie video of her looking at herself. Snapchat selfies, these girls do. But yes, that is what you do in the freebies, and giving that will actually, kind of, he'll start enjoying it, and he would want to see more. And once you want to see more, you give him more for money. But that's for next video. And to end this video, I want to say, make sure the conversation is very natural. It's a natural flow, branching conversation, talking about hobbies, talking about job, talking about past life, not past life, but past in the life, like past jobs, past relationships, current relationships, kids or not, goals in life, and whatnot. Do push and pull. It's very easy via text. Also, if you can add voice notes, if your creator can speak English or whatever language you're chatting in, and if you're a creator yourself, it's much easier for you. If you can add voice notes in between the teasing, in between asking questions, this will build rapport 10x. So if you can do that very, very well, try that as well. Take control and let them be the guide. Also, guys, one thing I want to tell you is showing resistance is something that can help you a lot. What I mean by showing resistance is, let's say you send a free stuff, you send some free stuff, and then the fan starts asking for, hey, I want to take it off. Hey, I want to see this. I want to see pussy. I want to see boobs. I want to see your ass. Whatever. If you act like your girl has never done that, or if you are an OnlyFans creator yourself, if you act like your creator or yourself has never done that before and hesitate and be like you're very nervous, it's gonna potentially put your perceived value above than the girls that sell pussy pics for $9.99, because she has never done it. That kind of brings an exclusivity, something that men like, innocence, something that men like and would like to pay more for, even though it's a total lie. Does not fucking matter. If you play this card, you can potentially get more money for pics and videos that are basically SFW. If you have any questions, ask in the comment. One thing I want to tell you is, guys, I do have a very good chatting agency. It's called InfiniteChatting.com. You can go to the website and take a look at it yourself. I'll tell you more about my offer, what I have to offer, what I do, what's required, etc. Also, I have a free Telegram group for creators and agency, link in bio, and I have a Reddit service. Actually, you'll find a link in bio for my Telegram channel as well. There I tell you about my Reddit service, my chatting service, and my OFM service. So if you're a creator, feel free to hit me up. Yes, thank you very much for watching.